So, chapter 4, lesson 4, right there. Again, this is using models to multiply, and we're going to use models to multiply one-digit numbers times two-digit numbers. Okay, and we are going to be separating our two-digit numbers into two different parts. Okay, so what I want you to have out for this lesson is a piece of notebook paper and your independent practice. This is independent practice page 217. Okay, so these two materials need to be out. Press pause, and then when you have them, please resume the tutorial. So we're going to do a couple of examples before we do we'll do one example before we get into the independent practice over here, okay? The first thing we're going to do is take a multiplication problem, a two-digit times one-digit or one-digit times two-digit problem, and we are going to create an array, okay? Arrays are those first drawings that you made of multiplication problems in third grade. So let's look at an example here. Let's do 4 times 13. Okay, and we'll do 4 times 13 for both of these. All right, so the first part here is we are going to make an array that represents 4 times 13. 4 groups of 13, no biggie, right? But let's do it when we separate our two-digit number into two parts or into expanded form. So one way of looking at that is taking 13 and separating it into 10 plus 13, or 10 plus 3. That's 13 in expanded form. Now, what we can do is give that 4 to the 10 and give that 4 to the 3. Distribute it, okay? Multiply 4 times 10 first and then 4 times 3. Or look at it as 4 groups of 10, okay? 4 groups of 10 would be 1, 2, 3, 4 groups, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're just making 4 groups of 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that is 4 groups of 10. Okay? And then you have 4 times 3. Okay, so now we're going to make 4 groups of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, right next to it, right? And then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 4 groups of 3 and 4 groups of 10. Okay, that is kind of like an area model, but in array form. If you look on your independent practice, you have 3 times 13, and it's represented the same way. They broke up 13 into 10 and 3, and did 3 times 10. In our case, we did 4 times 10, and then they did 3 times 3. In our case, we did 4 times 3. So we made an array to represent that problem. Now we have our 4 groups of 3. All right, we got our 2 sentences. Now let's combine them, okay? We have 10 times 4, okay? And we have 3 times 4. Okay? And we call these partial products. Partial means part, right? Part. We took 4 times 13 and broke it into 2 parts. So when we get this product, 3 times 4 is 12, 10 times 4 is 40, These are partial products, right? These are part of the original problem, okay? And then we add them together, right? 4 plus 12 gives us an answer of 52, okay? Now, Mr. Tillis just used all this room up. I'm so sorry. Turn that paper over. Now we have the idea of the area model. We've already been working with this for a couple of days. Now, same problem. 4 times 13. Okay, but this time, remember, we're going to do the same thing. Right? We are going to decompose 13 into 10 plus 3. Right? 10 plus 3. We can put that rectangle over it. Right? Break your model into the two parts that it is and give the 4 to both the 10 and the 3. Okay? 4 times 10 is 40. 4 times 3 is 12. Add them together. 52. Okay, so there's your area model. And there's your array. Okay, so 2 different representations of these strategies for multiplying 2-digit numbers. All right, now let's take a look at our independent practice. Again, this is page 217. And you can see in this first problem, the original problem was 3 times 13. Okay, we are going to be finishing off 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Sorry, 8 and 9 down here at the bottom. Okay, this guy. All right, so number 3 times 13, they separated 13 into 10 plus 3, or 10 and 3, okay? And then they decided multiply 3 times 10, they got 30. 3 times 3, they got 9, and then you add them together. 3 plus 30 plus 9, 39, okay? So our directions say to draw an array to multiply. 4 times 12, a known fact, it's on our multiplication tables, but still for our purposes of practicing, let us draw an array. So what are we going to do? Let's take a look. We have 4 times 12. Let's separate 12 into 10 and 2. Okay, so we have 12 is going to be separated into 10 plus 2. Now we have 4 times 10 and 4 times 2. Okay, 2 smaller multiplication problems. Partial products are what we're going to get, and then we add them together to get the final answer. All right, these are your partial products. Good word. Partial means in that word, okay, to attack that word, partial has the word part in it. Okay, so partial means part of the whole product. All right, so now we have 4 groups of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 1 group of 10. Let's make 3 more. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 4 groups of 10. 4 groups of 10. Okay? And now let's do 4 groups of 2. 1, 2, 3, 4 groups with 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 4 groups of 2. Okay? So it looks very similar. Right? We got our 4, right? And then we got our 10, and then we got our 2. So 2 different multiplication sentences tucked in here into this array. 4 times 10 is 40. And 4 times 2 is 8. These are our partial products. Okay, partial products. Then we add them together. 40 plus 8 equals, as our multiplication table says, equals 48. Okay. All right, let's do the same thing here. Number 5, we got 1 times 26. We've gone over a few. Maybe you've paused the tutorial and have tried a few of these on your own. I want you to pause the tutorial and try this one on your own. Right? We're going to separate our 2-digit number 26 into its expanded form. Go ahead and give it a shot, put it on pause, and then come on back. Okay, 26 we're going to put into 2 parts. We have 20 plus 6. That's expanded form, and we're going to distribute 1 times 20 and 1 times 6. I know this is a known fact, but we're practicing. We have one group of 20, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And then we have one group of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One group of 20 and one group of 6. It's a silly looking array right there, isn't it? But if you multiply it out, and 1 times 6, you get 20 and 6. 20 plus 6 is 26. Okay? It's all about separating out the 2-digit number. That's where our problem is. This one down here, 6, 7, 8, and 9, this is where we're going to go back to our area models. Okay? A little less drawing in the area models, right? Versus an array. But still a very useful strategy. 3 times 31. Separate out our 2-digit number. 30 plus 1. Okay? Buggy. Get on out of here. Okay? And now we can draw our area model, right? We have 30 plus 1. And then I draw my rectangle. Break it into 2 parts. I'm getting ready to multiply 3 times 30 and 3 times 1. 3 times 30, that's a known fact. 3 times 3 is 9, but it's 30, so you got to put a 0 in your answer. Not 9, but 90. And then 3 times 1. 3 times 1 is 3. 90 plus 3 is 93. Okay? All right, number 7, 4 times 22. Same thing. Let's separate out 22 into expanded form. We can draw our area model. And we've got 4 times 20. 4 times 2 is 8. It's 20. It's got a 0 in it. Got to put a 0 in your answer. 80. 4 times 2 is just 8. Then you add them up. 88. Okay. All right. Now, same thing, but they gave us a variable. We got to find out what D equals now. Okay. Not what the blank line equals. We just got to find what D equals. Same thing. 43 times 2. Again, different order. Look at that. Trying to trick you. That order doesn't matter. Okay. That order does not matter. Steps are still the same. Take that 2-digit number and separate it out into 2 parts. 40 plus 3. Right? And then draw your area model. Use an array or an area model here. It's your choice. Okay. I will use an area model for both of these. Okay. Those are pretty big problems. Pretty big numbers. I'm drawing a lot of circles. So we have 40 and 3. I'm going to draw my triangle or my rectangle. Excuse me. 40 and 3. Separate out my array. Let's give the 2 to the 40 and the 2 to the 3. When I say give it, distribute it, multiply it. Okay, same thing. 2 times 40 is 80. 2 times 3 is 6. Add them up. 80 plus 6 equals 86. Put it on the line. 39 times 1, look at that, they're trying to trick you. Okay, they put the 2-digit number first. Still doesn't matter. You're still separating out just the 2-digit number. Okay, so we have 30 plus 9. Draw our area model. 30 and 9. Give that 1. 1 times 30 is 30. 1 times 9 is 9. 30 plus 9 equals 39. G equals 39. Boys and girls, drawing arrays, drawing area models in order to find partial products, right? 2 partial products that we then add together to find the final answer. Okay, partial products, area models, and drawing arrays, right? Those are our 3 vocabulary words that we are going to be working with multiplication in our strategies for multiplying bigger numbers. All right, boys and girls, get those homework slides done.